Hello, all, and welcome back to Livingroom Shakespeare for our season finale. Tonight we are going to be presenting King Lear, which there is a story out there that suggests that Shakespeare may himself have written King Lear while in quarantine from the plague, because the plague shut down the theaters on the regular when there were outbreaks. So we thought it might be a fitting choice to finish on. It's also just a fantastic show. So we are very excited to present it for you tonight. As usual, we are fundraising with this performance for the Center for Performing Arts in Rhinebeck, which is the home of many of our actors in Better Times, which are just around the corner. Several of the actors in tonight's production will also be performing on an outside stage at the center. Goodness, not next week, but the week after, in A Midsummer Night's Dream. So if you are local to us, please get your tickets to go see our actors on an actual stage, in actual person, performing Shakespeare at the center. Either way, please consider donating to the Center for Performing Arts in Rhinebeck. They have made it through quarantine thus far, but we want to make sure that they are still on good footing to continue providing us with a theatrical home as we move forward. This, as I said before, is our season finale. We're calling it a season finale because we hope to be back. We're going to take some time off, especially because the center is starting to open up, but there will be something from us sometime. Keep an eye out. Again, tonight's performance is King Lear. If the actors are all ready, then we'll get going. Act 1, Scene 1 at King Lear's palace.
I thought the king had more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
Well, it did always seem so to us, but now in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most.
Is this not your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I am braced to it.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, this young fellow's mother could, whereupon she grew round-wombed and had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle, ere she had a husband for her bed. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have a son, sir, by order of law, some year elder than this, who yet is no dearer in my account. Though this knave came something saucily to the world before he was sent for, yet was his mother fair. There was good sport at his making, and the whoreson must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent, remember him hereafter as my honorable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you and sue to know you better.
Sir, I shall study deserving.
The king is coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my lord.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in 3 our kingdom, and with our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall and you, our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, which of you shall say doth love us most, that we may our largest bounty extend where nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, as much as child e'er loved or father found. A love that makes breath poor and speech unable, beyond all matter. Of so much, I love you.
Of all these bounds, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
I am made of that selfsame metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart I find she names my very deed of love, only she comes too short, and that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness' love.
To thee and thine hereditary ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy, although our last, not least, to whose yet love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest, what can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond. No more, no less.
How now, Cordelia? Mend your speech a little, lest you may mar your fortunes.
Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I returned those duties back as are right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Haply when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
Ay, my good lord.
So young and so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower, for by the sacred radiance of the sun, from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood. And as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever.
Good my liege.
Hey, Kent, come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most. Hence, and avoid my sight. Call France. Who stirs? Call Burgundy. Cornwall, Albany. With my two daughters' dowers, digest this third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly with my power, preeminence. Ourself by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turn. Only we shall retain the name and all the addition of a king. To sway, revenue, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed.
The bow is bent and drawn. Make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkest thou that duty shall have dread to speak what power to flattery bows?
Kent, on thy life, no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn, to wage against thine enemies.
Out of my sight!
Be better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now, by Apollo.
Now, by Apollo, king, thou swearest thy gods in vain.
O vassal, miscreant!
Dear sir, forbear.
Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can vent clamour from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recreant. On thine allegiance, hear me. That thou hast sought to make us break our vows, which we durst never yet. Take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. And by Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Sit thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. Cordelia, the gods to thy dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinkest and hast most rightly said. To the two of you, your large speeches may your deeds approve. that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
Here's France and Burgundy, my lord, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, we first address toward you. What in the least will you require in present dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath your highness offered, nor will you tender less.
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her price has fallen. Sir, there she stands. She's there, and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir. Election makes not up in such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For the power that made me, I tell thee all her wealth. For you, great king, to avert your liking, a more worthier way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange, that she whom even but now was your best object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, most best, most dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for what I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, that you make known, it is no vicious blot, murder or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonest step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor, but even for want of that for which I am richer.
Better thou hadst not been born than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal Lear, give but that portion which yourself promised, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn.
Oh, I am sorry that you have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respects of fortune are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful I take up what's cast away. Gods, gods! 'Tis strange that from their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflame respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair fronts. Bid them farewell, Cordelia. Though unkind, thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine, for we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore, be gone. Without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sisters.
The jewels of our father, with washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know what you are, and like a sister, I am most loath to call your faults as they are named. Use well our father. To your professed bosoms, I commit him. But yet, alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. So farewell to you both.
Prescribe not us our duties.
Let your study be to content your lord, who hath received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well are worth the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plated cunning hides.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That's most certain, and with you. Next month with us.
You see how full of changes his age is. Always loved our sister most.
'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash.
Such unconstant starts are we like to have from him as this of Kent's banishment.
Pray you, let us sit together. If our father carry authority with such dispositions as he bears, latest surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think of it.
We must do something, and in the heat.
Act 1, Scene 2, Gloucester's Castle.
All right. Great. Thanks. Thanks.
Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why bastard? Wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true as honest madam's issue. Why brand they us with baseness, bastardy, base? Who in the lusty stealth of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating a whole tribe of fops got tween sleep and wake? Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, then, my legitimate, if this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now, God, stand up for bastards.
Kent banished thus, and France and Collar parted, and the king gone tonight. Edmund, how now? What news?
So please your lordship, none.
Why so earnestly seek you put up that letter?
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No. What needed then that terrible dispatch of it in your pocket? Let's see. Come, if it be nothing, then I shall not need more spectacles.
I beseech you, sir, pardon me. It is a letter from my brother that I have not all o'erread, and for so much as I have perused, I think it not fit for your o'erlooking.
Give me the letter, sir. Let's see. Let's see.
I hope for my brother's justification he wrote this but as an essay or taste of my virtue.
I begin to find an idle and fond bondage in the oppression of aged tyranny. Come to me that of this I may speak more. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue and live the beloved of your brother, Edgar. Conspiracy? Sleep till I wake him, you should enjoy half his revenue? My son Edgar, had he a hand to write this?
It is his hand, my lord, but I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Has he never before sounded you in this business?
Never, my lord. But I have heard him oft maintain it to be fit that sons at a perfect age and fathers decline, the father should be as a ward to the son, and the son manage his revenue.
Villain! Villain! Abhorred villain! Go, Sarah. Seek him. I'll apprehend him. Abominable villain! Where is he?
I will seek him, sir, presently. Convey the business as I find means, and acquaint you with all.
These late eclipses in the sun and moon portend no good to us. Love cools, friendship falls off, brothers divide. In cities, mutinies. In countries, discord. In palaces, treason, and the bond cracked twixt son and father. This villain of mine comes under the prediction: there's son against father. The king falls from bias of nature. There's father against child. We have seen the best of our time. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous disorders follow us disquietly to our graves. Find out this villain, Edmund. It shall lose thee nothing. Do it carefully.
This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeits of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains by necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and traitors by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of a whoremaster man, to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother unto the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so it follows that I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am, had the mainliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Edgar. And he comes, like the catastrophe of the old comedy. My cue is villainous melancholy, with a sigh like Tom of Bedlam. Oh, these eclipses do portend these divisions. Fa sol la mi.
How now, brother Edmund? What serious contemplation are you in?
I am thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day. What should follow these eclipses?
What do you busy yourself with that?
I promise you, the effects he writes of succeed unhappily, as unnaturalness between the child and parent, death, dearth, divisions in state, menaces and maledictions against kings and nobles, banishments, friends, nuptial breaches, and I know not what.
How long have you been a secretary astronomical?
When saw you my father last?
The night gone by?
Spake you with him?
Yeah, 2 hours together.
Parted you in good terms, found you no displeasure in him by word or countenance?
None at all.
Bethink yourself wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence until some little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure, which at this instant so rageth in him that with the mischief of your person it would scarcely allay.
Something has done wrong.
That's my fear. I pray you, retire to my lodging, from whence I will fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. Pray you go, there's my key. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother.
Brother, I advise you to the best. Go armed. I am no honest man if there be any good meaning toward you. I've told you what I've seen and heard. Pray you away.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous father and a brother noble whose nature is so far from doing harm that he suspects none. I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit, or with me is meet that I can fashion fit.
Act 1, Scene 3 at Albany's Palace.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding his fool?
Yes, madam.
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. I am sick.
He's coming, madam. I hear him.
Put on what weary negligence you pleased, you and your fellows. I'd have it come to question. If he dislike it, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know are one, not to be overruled. Idle old man that still would manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now by my life, old fools are babes again, and must be used with checks and flatteries. Remember what I have said. I'll write straight to my sister, to hold my very course. Prepare for dinner.
Act 1, Scene 4, a hall in Albany's palace.
If but as well I other accents borrow, that can my speech diffuse, my good intent may carry through itself that full issue for which I raise my likeness. Now, banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand command, so may it come thy master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labours.
Let me not stay a jot for dinner. Go get it ready. How now, what art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess? What wouldst thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I seem, to serve him truly that will put me in trust, to fear judgment, to fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who wouldst thou serve?
You.
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir, but you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in the telling of it, and deliver a plain message bluntly.
Follow me. Thou shalt serve me, if I like thee no worse after dinner. I will not part from thee yet. Dinner, ho, dinner! Where's my fool? Go you and call my fool hither. And you, sirrah, where's my daughter?
So please you.
What says the fellow there? You call the clot pulled back. Where's my fool? I think the world's asleep. Where's that mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came the man not back to me when I called him?
Sir, he answered me in the rudest manner. He would not.
He would not?
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you were wont.
Sayest thou so? I will look further into it. But where's my fool? I have not seen him these 2 days.
Since my young lady is going to France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that. I have noted it. Go you and tell my daughter I would speak with her. Oh, you, sir! You! Come hither, sir! Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father. My lord's knave, you whoreson, dog! You slave, you cur!
I am none of these things, my lord. I beseech your pardon.
Do you bandy looks with me, you rascal?
I'll not be struck, my lord.
Nor trip neither, you base football player.
I thank thee, fellow. Thou servest me, and I'll love thee.
Come, sir, arise. Away, I'll teach you differences. Go to. Have you wisdom? So.
Now, my friendly knave, I thank thee. There's earnest of thy service.
Let me hire him too.
How now, my pretty knave, how dost thou?
Hurrah! You had best take my coxcomb.
Why, fool?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favour. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind sits. Thou'lt catch a cold shortly. There, take my coxcomb. Why, this fellow hath banished 2 of his daughters, and did a 3rd blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb. How now, nuncle? Would I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters?
Why?
If I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, sirrah, or the whip.
Ah, well, truths, a dog must to the kennel. He must be whipped out, while the lady bitch may stand by the spire and stink.
Pestilent gall to me.
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Mark it, nuncle. Have no more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. Ride more than thou goest, then more than thou trowest, set less than thou throwest. Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
But this is nothing, fool.
Ah, well then, 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, Nuncle?
Nothing can be made out of nothing.
Prithee, tell him. So much the rent of his land comes to, he will not believe a fool.
A bitter fool.
Dost know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one?
No. Teach me.
That lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me. Do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me fool?
All thy other titles thou hast given away. Thou wast born with it.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
No, no, faith, lords and great men will not let me. If I had a monopoly out, they would have me part on it. And ladies too, they will not have me all the fool to myself. They'll be snatching. Nuncle, give me an egg, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why, after I have cut the egg in the middle, and eat up the meat, 2 crowns of the egg. When thou clovest thy crown in the middle, and gavest away both parts, well, thou hast borne on thy ass thy back to the dirt. Thou hast little wit in thy bold crown, when thou gavest thy golden one away. Fools had ne'er less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish, and know not how their wits to wear, their manners are so apish.
When were you wont to be so full of songs?
I have used it, Nuncle, ever since thou madst thy daughters thy mothers. For when thou gavest them the rod, and put down thy own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play Bo Peep, and go the fools among. Prithee, Nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And you lie, we'll have you whipped.
I marvel what thou can and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true. Thou'lt have me lipped for lying, and sometimes I'm whipped for holding my peace. I'd rather be any kind of thing than a fool. And yet, I would not be thee, Nuncle. Thou hast pared thy wit with both sides, and left nothing in the middle. Here come one of the bearings.
How now, daughter? What makes that frontlet on? Methinks you are too much of late in the frown.
Thou was a pretty fellow when thou had no need to care for her frowning. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue. So your face bids me, though you say nothing, mum. That's a shelled passcode.
Not only, sir, your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank, and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought, by making this well known unto you, to have found safe redress. But now grow fearful by what you yourself too late have spoken done, that you protect this course, and put it on by your allowance.
For you know, Nuncle, the hedge sparrow fed the cuckoo so long that it had its head bit off by its young.
Are you our daughter?
Come, sir, I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions which have made transform you from what you rightly are.
Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus, speak thus? Who is it who can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn that, for by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded I had daughters.
Which they will make an obedient father.
Your name, fair gentlewoman?
This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of your other new pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes of right. As you are old and reverend, you should be wise. Here do you keep 100, so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn. Epicurism and lust makes it more like a tavern or a brothel than a good palace. That shame itself doth speak for an instant remedy. Be then advised by her that else will take the thing she begs, a little disquantity your train, and the remainders that shall still depend to be such men as may besort your age, who know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils! Degenerate bastard, I'll not trouble you. Yet I have left a daughter.
You strike my people and dishonor your rabble, make servants of their betters.
Woe that too late repents. Oh, sir, are you come? Is it your will? Speak, sir. Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite, thou liest. My train are men of choice and rarest parts, and in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. Beat at this gate that let thy folly in and thy dear judgment out. Go, go, my people.
My lord, I am guiltless as I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
That may be so, my lord. Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, create her child of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart disnatured torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, with cadent tears fret channels in her cheeks, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away, away!
Now, gods that we adore, whereof comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know the cause, but let his disposition have that scope that dotage gives it.
50 of my followers at a clap? Within a fortnight?
Sir.
What's the matter, sir?
I'll tell thee. I am ashamed that thou hast power to shake my manhood thus. Blasts and fogs upon thee. Has it come to this? Let it be so. I have another daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear this of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolvish visage. Thou shalt find that I'll resume the shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever. Aye, thou shalt, I warrant thee.
Do you mark that?
I cannot be so partial, Goneril. To the great love I bear you.
Pray you, content. What ho, Oswald! You fool, after your master!
Nuncle Lear, tarry, take the fool with thee.
This man hath had good counsel. 100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to let him keep at point 100 knights. Yet that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike he may guard his dotage with their powers, and hold our lives at his mercy. Oswald, I say!
Well, you may fear too far.
Safer than to trust too far. I know his heart, and I have writ my sister if she sustain him and his 100 knights. When I have shown the unfitness. How now, Oswald? What? Have you writ to my sister?
Yes, madam.
Take you some company and away to her. Inform her full of my particular fear. Get you gone, and hasten your return. No, no, my lord. This milky gentleness, of course, of yours, though I condemn not, yet, under pardon, you are much more at task for want of wisdom than praise for harmless modesty.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving together, oft we mar what's well.
Nay, then.
Act 1, Scene 5, at the court.
Go you before to Regan with this letter.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letter.
Shall see thy other daughter will use thee kindly, for though she's as like this as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
What canst tell?
She will taste as like this a crab does to a crab. Thou canst tell why one's nose stands in the middle of thy face?
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes on the other side's nose, that what a man cannot smell out, he can spy to.
I did her wrong.
Canst thou tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
Nor I neither. But the reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a petty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed. Thou wouldst make a good fool.
To take it again by force. Monster ingratitude.
If thou wert my fool, Nuncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before my time.
How's that?
Thou shouldn't have been old till thou had been wise.
Oh. Let me not be mad. Not mad, sweet heaven. Keep me in temper. I would not be mad. How now, are we ready?
Ready, my lord.
Come, fool.
Act 2, Scene 1, at Gloucester's castle.
Safety, Curran.
And you, sir. I've been with your father and given him notice that the Duke of Cornwall and Regan, his Duchess, will be here with him this night.
How comes that?
Nay, I know not. You have heard of the news abroad? I mean the whispered ones.
Not I. Pray you, what are they?
Have you heard of no likely wars toward twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany?
Not a word.
You may do, then, in time. Fare you well, sir.
Duke be here tonight. Better, best. This weaves itself perforce into my business. My father has set guard to take my brother, and I have one thing of a queasy question which I must act. Breeders and fortune work. Brother, a word, brother, I say. My father watches. Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you're hid. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither now the night, in haste, and Regan with him. Have you nothing said upon his part against the Duke of Albany? Advise yourself.
Sure of it, not a word.
Hear my father come in. Pardon me. In cunning I must draw upon you. Yield! Come before my father! Light, ho, here! Fly, brother. Torches, torches! So farewell. Some blood drawn on me would beget opinion of my more fierce endeavor. I've seen drunkards do more than this in sport. Ah, father! Father! No, stop! No help!
Now, Edmund, where's the villain?
Here he stood, he in the dark.
But where is he?
Look, sir, I bleed!
Where is the villain, Edmund?
Fled this way when by no means he could.
Pursue him. Go. Go after. By no means. What?
Persuade me to the murder of your lordship. Seeing how loathly opposite I stood to his unnatural purpose, in fell motion with his prepared sword, he charges home my unprovided body, lanced mine arm. When he saw my best alarmed spirits, full suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught and found. Dispatch! He that conceals him, death. Hark, the Duke's trumpets. I know not why he comes. All ports I'll bar. The villain shall not escape. Besides, his picture I will send far and near, that all the kingdom may have due note of him. And of my land, loyal and natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable.
How now, my noble friend? I have heard strange news.
If it be true, all vengeance comes too short, which can pursue the offender. How dost, my lord?
Oh, madam, my old heart is cracked. It's cracked.
What, did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar.
Oh, lady, shame. Shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights that tended upon my father?
I know not, madam.
Yes, madam, he was of that consort.
No marvel, then, though he were ill-affected. 'Tis they have put him on the old man's death, to have the expense and waste of his revenues. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions they come to sojourn at my house. I'll not be there.
Nor I, assure thee, Regan. Edmund, I hear that you have shown your father a childlike office.
It was my duty, sir.
He did bewray his practice and received this hurt, you see, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good lord.
If he be taken, he shall never more be feared of doing harm. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this instant so much commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall much need. You we first seize on.
I shall serve you, truly, sir, however else.
I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you.
Thus out of season, threading dark-eyed night, occasions, noble Gloucester, of some poise, wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father, he hath writ, so hath our sister, of differences. I best thought it fit to answer from our home. Our good old friend lay comforts to your bosom, and bestow your needful counsel to our business, which craves the instant use.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
Act 2, Scene 2, before Gloucester's castle.
Good evening to thee, friend. Art of this house?
Aye.
Where may we set our baggage?
In the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Shut up. I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound, filthy worsted stocking knave, a whoreson, glass-glazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, one that would be a bawd in the way of good service, and are nothing but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, pander, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch.
Why, what a monstrous fellow that art thou thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee?
What a brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 2 days ago since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw, you rogue!
Away! I have nothing to do with thee.
Draw, you rascal! You come with letters against the king? Draw, you rogue, or I'll so carbonado you shite!
Help! Ho! Murder! Help!
Break, you slave! Stand, rogue! Stand, you neat!
Ah!
Break!
Ah! Help! Ho! Murder! Murder! Help!
How now, what's the matter?
With you, good one, boy, and you please. Come on, Flesher, come on, young master.
Weapons, arms, what's the matter here?
Keep peace upon your lives. He dies that strikes again. What is the matter?
The messengers from our sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak.
I'm scarce in breath, my lord.
No marvel. You have so bestirred your valor, you cowardly rascal.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel?
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I spared at suit of his grey beard.
Now, whoreson Zed, you unnecessary letter. My lord, if you will give me leave, I will tread this unbolted villain into mortar and daub the wall of a jakes with him. Spare my grey beard, you wagtail.
Peace, sirrah. You beastly knave, know you no reverence?
A plague upon your epileptic visage.
What? Art thou mad, old fellow?
How fell you out? Say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I and such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his offence?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance does mine, nor his nor hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I've seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder that I see before me at this instant.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness. He cannot flatter. He an honest mind and plain. He must speak truth, as they will take it so. If not, he's plain. What was the offense you gave him?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late to strike at me upon his misconstruction. Well, he conjuncted and flattering his displeasure, tripped me from behind. Got praises of the king for him attacking, who was self-subdued. And in the fleshment of this dread exploit, drew on me here again.
None of these rogues and cowards, but Ajax is their fool.
Fetch forth the stocks, you stubborn ancient knave, irreverent braggart. We'll teach you.
Sir, I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king.
Fetch forth the stocks. As I have life and honor, there shall you sit till noon.
Till noon? Till night, my lord, and all night too.
Why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is the fellow of the self-same color our sister speaks of. Come, bring away the stocks.
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king his master will check him for it. You purposed low correction, and such as pilferings and most common trespasses are punished with. The king must take it ill.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive it much more worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted for following her affairs. Put in his legs. Come, my lord, away.
I am sorry for thee, friend. 'Tis the duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I'll entreat for thee.
Pray do not, sir. I've watched and travelled hard. Sometime I shall sleep out. The rest I'll whistle. Give you good morrow.
The duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be ill taken.
Approach, thou beacon to this undone globe, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. 'Tis from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been informed of my obscured course, and shall find time from this enormous state seeking to give losses their remedies. All weary and o'erwatched, take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, be a knight. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
Act 2, Scene 3, in the woods.
For myself proclaimed, and by the happy fall of a tree, escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place that guarded my most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. While as I may escape, I will preserve myself. And then bethought, to take a basis, the most poorest shape, that every penury and contempt of men, draw near to beast. My face, upbrim with filth, if all my hairs into knots, and whence present nakedness outfaced the winds of persecution of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of babbling beggars with roaring voices enforcing their charity. Poor truly God, poor town, There's something yet. Edgar. Nothing yet.
Act 2, Scene 4, before Gloucester's castle.
'Tis strange that they should so depart from home and not send back my messenger.
Oh, hail to thee, noble master.
Huh? Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
No, my lord.
He wears cruel garters. When a man's o'er lusty at the legs, then he wears wooden nether stocks.
That hath so much thy place mistook to set thee here.
It is both he and she, your son and daughter.
No,
Yes,
no, I say.
but I say yea.
And by Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I say aye.
They durst not do it. They could not, would not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage.
My lord, when at their homes I did command your highness's letters to them. Ere I was risen, came there a reeking post, stewed in his haste, half breathless, canted forth from Goneril his mistress salutations, delivered letters, which presently they read, commanded me to follow, and attend the leisure of their answer gave me cold looks. And meeting here the other messenger, being the very fellow which a late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me, drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers.
Winter's not gone yet if the wild geese fly that way.
Oh, how this mother swells up toward my heart. Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not, you stay there.
How chance the king comes with so small a number?
And thou hadst been set in the stocks for that question, thou hadst well deserved it.
Why, fool?
All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind. And there's not a nose among 20 blind men can smell him that's stinking. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it.
Where learned ye this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
Deny to speak to me? They are sick. They are weary. They have traveled all the night. Fetch me a better answer.
My lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own course.
Vengeance, plague, death, confusion. Fiery? What quality? Why, Gloucester? Gloucester, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man?
Yes, my lord.
The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would, with his daughter, speak, commands her service. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood! Fiery, the fiery Duke! Go tell the Duke and his wife I'd speak with them. Now presently, bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
Oh me, my rising heart, but down.
Cry to it, nuncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put him in the pastry alive. She napped him to the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, wantons, down!"
Sorry, what was that?
Hail to your grace.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. Oh, are you free? Some other time for that. Beloved Regan, thy sister's naught. Oh, Regan, she hath tied Sharptooth unto kindness like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee. Thou'lt not believe with how depraved a quality. Oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you less know how to value her desert than she can scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she have restrained the riots of your followers.
My curse is on her.
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you, that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness? Do you not but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train, looked black upon me, struck me with her looks. All the stored vengeances of heaven fall on her ungrateful top. Strike her young bones, you taking airs with lameness.
Fie, sir, fie.
You nimble lightnings, dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes.
Oh, the blessed gods! So will you wish on me when the rash mood is on?
No, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender-hearted nature shall not give thee o'er to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn. Thy half of the kingdom thou hast not forgot, wherein I thee endowed.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man of the stocks?
What noise is that?
I know it. My sister's. This approves her letter that she would soon be here.
Who comes here? Oh, heavens. If you love old men, if your sweet sway command obedience, if you yourselves are old, make it your cause. Send it down and take my part. Art not ashamed to look upon this beard? Regan, Regan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds and dotage terms so.
Oh, sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserved much less advancement.
You? Did you?
I pray you, father, being weak, seems so. If till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me.
Return to her? And 50 men dismissed? No. No. Rather, I abjure all roofs and choose to wage against the enmity of the air, to be a comrade with the wolf and owl. Necessity's sharp pinch. Return with her.
At your choice, sir.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble you. Farewell. We'll no more meet, no more see one another. And yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather, a disease that's in my flesh. Thou art a boil in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. Mend when thou canst be better at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan, I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister, for those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old, and so, but she knows what she does.
Is this well spoken?
I dare avouch it, sir. What, 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? Yea, or so many, sith that both charge and danger speak gainst so great a number. How, in one house, should many people under 2 commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slack you, we could control them. If you will come to me, for now I spy a danger, I entreat you to bring but 25. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
And in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositaries, but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. What? Must I come to you with 25? Regan said you so.
And speak it again, my lord. No more with me.
Not being the worst stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee. Thy 50 yet doth double 25, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 25, 10, or 5 to follow in a house where twice so many have command to tend you?
What need 1?
Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady. If only to go warm were gorgeous, why, nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, you heavens, give me that patience. Patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor old man as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let not women's weapons, water drops, stain my man's cheeks. No, you unnatural hags, I will have such revenges on you both, that all the world shall... I will do such things. What they are I know yet not, but they shall be the terrors of the earth. You think I weep? No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws or ere I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw. 'Twill be a storm.
This house is little. The old man and his people cannot be well bestowed.
This his own blame hath put him from rest, and must needs taste his folly.
For his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not 1 follower.
So am I proposed. He is returned.
The king is in high rage.
Whither is he going?
I know not whither.
'Tis best to give him way. He leads himself.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
Alack, the night comes on, and the high winds do sorely ruffle. For many miles about there's scarce a bush.
Oh, sir, to willful men, the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors. He is attended with a desperate train, and what they may incense him to, being apt to have his ear abused, wisdom bids fear.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. My Regan counsels well. Come out of the storm.
Act 3, Scene 1. Outside in the storm.
Who's there? Beside foul weather.
One minded like the weather, most unquietly.
I know you. Where's the king?
Contending with the fretful elements, this night wherein the cub-drawn bear would couch, the lion and the belly-pinched wolf keep their fur dry. Unbonneted he runs and bids what will take all.
But who is with him?
None but the fool who labors to outjest his heart-struck injuries.
Sir, I do know you, and dare, upon the warrant of my note, commend a dear thing to you. There is division twixt Albany and Cornwall. From France there comes a power into this scattered kingdom who already, wise in our negligence, have secret feet in some of our best ports. Make your speed to Dover.
I will talk further with you.
No, do not. Go you to Dover. Fie on this storm. I will seek the king.
Act 3, Scene 2. Outside in the storm.
Blow winds and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow. You cataracts and hurricanos, spout till you have drenched our steeples, drowned the cocks. You sulphurous and thought-executing fires singe my white head. And thou, all shaking thunder, strike flat the thick rotundity of the world. Crack nature's molds. All Germans spill at once that makes ingrateful man.
Oh, uncle, in! Ask thy daughter's blessing. This is a night pities neither wise men nor fools.
Rumble thy bellyful. Spit, fire, spout, rain. Nor rain, wind, thunder, fire are my daughters. I tax you not, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription. Then let fall your horrible pleasure. Here I stand, your slave, a poor, firm, weak, and despised old man. But yet, I call you servile ministers that will, with two pernicious daughters, joined your high engendered battles against a head so old and white as this. Oh ho, 'tis foul.
He that has a house to put head in that has a good head place.
I will be the pattern of all patience. I will say nothing.
Who's there?
Mary, his grace and the God peace. That's a wise man and a fool.
Alas, sir, are you here? Things that love night, love not such nights as these.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful putter o'er our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch that hast within thee undivulged crimes unwhipped of justice. Hide thee, thou bloody hand, thou perjured, and thou simular of virtue that art incestuous. Close pent-up guilts, rive your concealing continence, and cry these dreadful summoners grace. I am a man more sinned against than sinning.
Gracious my lord, hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship will it lend you against the tempest. Repose you there.
My wits begin to turn. Come on, my fool. How dost, my fool? Art cold? I'm cold myself. Bring us to this hovel. The art of our necessities is strange and can make vile things precious. Poor fool. I have one part in my heart that's sorry yet for thee.
He that has a tiny little wit with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, must make content with his fortunes fit, though the rain it raineth every day.
True, my good boy. Come, bring us to this hovel.
Act 3, Scene 3, at Gloucester's Castle.
Alack, alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. When I desired their leave to pity the king, they took from me the use of mine own house, charged me on pain of perpetual displeasure neither to speak of him, entreat for him, nor any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to, say you nothing. There is division between the dukes, and a worse matter than that. I have received a letter this night, 'tis dangerous to be spoken. These injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. There is part of a power already footed. We must incline to the king. I will find him and privily relieve him. Go you, and maintain talk with the duke, that my charity be not of him perceived. If I die for it, as no less is threatened me, the king my old master must be relieved. There is no strange things toward, Edmund. Pray you be careful.
This courtesy forbid thee, shall the duke instantly know, and of that letter too. He seems a fair deserving, and must draw me that which my father loses, no less than all. The younger rises when the old doth fall.
Act 3, Scene 4, before a hovel.
Here is the place, my lord. Could my lord enter? The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure.
Let me alone.
Good, my lord, enter here.
Wilt break my heart?
I had rather break mine own. Good, my lord, enter.
In, go first, you houseless poverty. Nay, get thee in, I'll pray, and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm, How shall your houseless heads and unfed sides, your looped and windowed raggedness defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have taken too little care of this. Take physic, Pomp. Expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, that thou may shake the superflux to them and show the heavens more just.
I'm not in here, Nuncle. There's a spirit. Help me! Help me!
Give me thy hand. Who's there?
A spirit! A spirit! He says his name's Poor Tom.
What art thou that dost grumble there in the straw? Come forth.
Arise! The foul fiend follows me! Through the sharp water blows the cold. Go to thy bed! I warn thee!
Oh, didst thou give all thou to thy daughters? And art thou come to this?
Who gave anything to poor Tom? Whom the foul fiend has led through fire and through flame. To ford and whirlwill, O Borga Aquacamai, blast the 5 wits! Tom's a cold! To poor Tom's son Charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. You could, I have him now, and there again, and there.
Has his daughters brought him to this pass? Couldst thou save nothing? Wouldst thou give him all?
Nay, he reserved the blankets, else we'd all been shamed.
Now all the plagues that in the pendulous air hang fated o'er men's faults light on thy daughters.
He hath no daughters, sir.
Death, traitor. Nothing could have subdued nature to such a lowness, but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion for discarded fathers to have thus little mercy on their flesh? Judicious punishment. 'Twas this flesh begot those pelican daughters.
Pentecost, said Pentecost, you. Hello, hello, hello.
Night will turn us all into fools and madmen.
Take you to that foul fiend. Obey thy parents. Keep thy words justice. Swear not. Command not with men's sworn spells. Tom's a cold.
What hast thou been?
A serving man. Crowding heart and mind. Serve the lust my mistress heart. Did the accurate darkness with her. Keep thy foot out of brothels. Thy hand out of plackets. The pen for lender's books, and defy the foul fiend. Still through the house and blows the cold wind. Sis nam some noni.
Thou wert better in a grave than to answer with thy uncovered body this extremity of the skies. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou owest the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Ha, there's threes on sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, forked animal as thou art. Off, off, you lendings, come, unbutton here.
Prithee, nuncle, be contented. 'Tis a naughty night to swim in. Look, here comes a walking fire.
Who's there?
This is the foul fiend, Filbert Gibbet. Around thee, witch! Around thee!
What is it thou seek?
What are you there? Your names?
Poor Tom, who is the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the bullwhip, and the water.
What, hath your grace no better company?
The prince of darkness is a gentleman.
Our flesh and blood, my lord, is grown so vile that it doth hate what gets it.
Poor Tom's a cold.
Go in with me. Oh, my duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's heart's commands. Though their injunction be to bar my doors, yet have I ventured to come to seek you out and bring you where both fire and food is ready.
First, let me speak a word with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder?
Good, my lord, take his offer. Go into the house.
I'll speak a word with this same learned Theban. What is your study?
How to prevent the fiend and kill vermin.
Let me ask you one word in private.
Importune him once more to go, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him? His daughters seek his death. I'll tell thee, friend, I am almost mad myself. I had a son now outlawed from my blood. He sought my life, but lately, very late, I loved him, friend, no father his son dearer. True to tell thee, this grief hath crazed my wits. What a night is this! I do beseech your grace.
Cry you mercy, sir. Good philosopher, your company.
Times are cold.
In, fellow, there, into the hovel. Keep thee warm.
Come, let's in all.
This way, my lord.
With him, I still will keep with my philosopher.
Good, my lord. Soothe him. Let him take the fellow.
Take him you on.
Sirrah, come on. Come on, go along with us.
Come, good Athenian.
No words, hush.
Shall Roland to the dark tower came. His words were still, Fi, Fo, and Thum. I smelled the blood of a British man.
Act 3, Scene 5, at Gloucester's castle.
I will have my revenge ere I depart his house.
This is the letter he spoke of, which approves my father an intelligent party to the advantages of France. Oh heavens, that this treason were not, or not I, the detector. If the matter of this paper be certain, you have mighty business in hand.
True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Seek out where thy father is, that he may be ready for our apprehension.
I will persevere in my course of loyalty, though the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I will lay trust upon thee, and thou shalt find a dearer father in my love.
Act 3, Scene 6, a farmhouse adjoining the castle.
Here is better than the open air. Take it thankfully. I will piece out the comfort with what addition I can. I will not be long from you.
May the gods reward your kindness.
Prithee, nuncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
A king! A king!
No, he's a yeoman with a gentleman to his son.
To have 1,000 with red burning spits come hissing in upon him, it shall be done. I will arraign them straight. Come, sit thou here, most learned in justice. Thou fool, sit here. Now, you she-foxes.
Look where he stands and glares. Wasn't the eye of the trial, madam? And no food for thee?
How do you, sir? Send you not so amazed. Will you lie down and rest?
I'll see their trial first. Bring in their evidence. Thou, robed man of justice, take thy place. You are the commission, sit you too.
Let's deal justly.
Arraign her first. 'Tis Goneril. I here take my oath before this honorable assembly. She hit the poor king, her father. She cannot deny it.
Cry you mercy, I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another whose warped looks proclaim what store her heart is made on. Stop her! Stop her! Arms, arms, sword, fire! Corruption in the place! Thy false justicer, why hast thou let her escape?
Oh, pity. Sir, where is the patience now that you so often boasted to retain?
My tears began to take his part so much that my ear and mar my counterfeiting.
The little dogs and all, Tray, Blanche, and Sweetheart, see, they bark at me.
Poor Tom, the horn's dry.
Then let them anatomize Regan. See what breeds about her heart. Is there any cause in nature that make these hard hearts? You, sir, I entertain for one of my 100. I do not like the fashion of your garments. You will say they are Persian, but let them be changed.
Now, good my lord, lie down here and rest a while.
Make no noise, make no noise. Draw the curtain. So, we'll go to supper in the morning.
Come hither, friend. Where is the king thy master?
Here, sir, but trouble him not. His wits are gone.
Good friend, I prithee, take him in your arms. I have overheard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter ready. Lay him in it, and drive toward Dover, friend, where thou shalt meet both welcome and protection. Take up thy master.
Pressed nature sleeps. The rest might yet have balmed thy broken senses, which, if convenience will not allow, stand in hard cure. Come, help to bear my master. Thou must not stay behind.
Come away.
When we our better see bearing our woes, we scarcely think our ministries our foes. Who alone suffers most in the mind, leaving free things and happy shows behind. Within the mind, much sufferance does overskip, when grief has mates and bearing fellowship. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes me bend makes the king bow. Each child as I fathered, come away, marks the high noises, a nice self-durée. When false opinion, whose wrong thought defiles thee, in thy just proof repeals and reconciles thee. One more will have more tonight, safe gave the king. Look!
Act 3, Scene 7.
Go speedily to my lord your husband. Show him this letter. The army of France has landed. Edmund, keep you our sister company. The revenges we are bound to take upon your traitorous father are not fit for your beholding. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my lord of Gloucester. Seek out the traitor Gloucester. Pinion him like a thief. Bring him before us. Though well we may not pass upon his life without the form of justice, yet our power shall do a courtesy to our wrath, which men may blame, but not control. Who's there? The traitor.
Ingrateful fox, 'tis he.
Bind fast his corky arms.
What means your graces? Good friends, consider you are my guests. Do me no foul play, friends.
Bind him, I say.
Hard, hard, oh filthy traitor.
Unmerciful lady as you are, I'm none.
To this chair, bind him.
Oh, by the kind gods, 'tis most ignobly done to pluck me by the beard.
So white and such a traitor.
Oh, naughty lady. These hairs which thou didst ravage from my chin will quicken and accuse thee. I am your host. What will you do?
Come, sir. What letters had you late from France?
Be simple answered, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors, late-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands you have sent the lunatic king? Speak.
I have a letter, guessingly set down, that came from one that's of a neutral heart and not from one opposed.
Cunning.
And false.
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Was thou not charged at peril?
Wherefore to Dover? Let him first answer that.
I am tied to the stake, and I must stand the course.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his dear old eyes, nor thy fierce sister in his anointed flesh stick boorish fangs. But I shall see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it shall thou never. Fellows, hold the chair. Upon these eyes of thine I'll set my foot.
Oh, you cruel, you gods!
One side will mock another, the other too.
If you see vengeance.
Hold your hand, my lord. I have served you ever since I was a child, but better service have I never done you than now to bid you hold.
How now, you dog?
My villain.
Oh, nay then, come on and take the chance of anger.
A peasant, stand up thus.
Oh, I am slain. My lord, you have one eye left to see some mischief on him. Oh.
Lest it see more, prevent it. Out, vile jelly. Where is thy luster now?
All dark and comfortless. Where's my son, Edmund? Edmund, unkindle all the sparks of nature to quit this horrid act.
Out, treacherous villain. Thou callest on him that hates thee. It was he that made the overture of thy treasons to us, who is too good to pity thee.
Oh, my follies. Then Edgar was abused.
Go thrust him out at gates, and let him smell his way to Dover. How is't, my lord? How look you?
I have received a wound. Turn out that eyeless villain. Throw that slave upon the dunghill. Regan, I bleed apace. Untimely comes this hurt. Give me your arm.
I'll never care what wickedness I do, if that man come to good.
I'll have to fetch some flax and whites of eggs to apply to his bleeding face. Heaven help him.
Act 4, Scene 1, in the heath.
Ye better thus, are known to be despised, and still despise and flattered. To be worst, the lowest and most dejected thing of fortune, stands still in hopefulness, lives not in fear. That lamentable change its form the best, the worst returns to laughter. Who comes here? My father poorly led. World, oh world, but how that strange mutation makes us hate thee. Life will not yield to age.
Oh, my good Lord, I have been your tenant and your father's tenant these 80 years.
Away. Get thee away, good friend, begone. Thy comforts can do me no good at all. Thee they may hurt.
I cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw. Oh, dear son, Edgar, the food of thy abused father's wrath, might I but live to see thee in my touch, I'd say I had eyes again.
How now? Who's there? Just poor mad Tom. Fellow, we're ghost.
Is it a beggar man?
Aye, madman, beggar too.
He had some reason, else he could not beg. In the last night's storm, I such a fellow saw, which made me think a man's a worm. My son came then into my mind, as flies to wanton boys, as we to the gods. They kill us for their sport.
Bless thee, master.
Is that the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Then prithee get thee away. If for my sake thou shouldst o'ertake us hence a mile or twain on the river toward Dover, do it for ancient love, and bring some covering for this naked soul, who I'll entreat to lead me.
Alack, sir, he's mad.
'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind. Do as I bid thee, or rather do my pleasure. Above the rest, be gone.
I'll bring him the best apparel that I have. Come on to what will.
Sirrah, a naked fellow.
Our times are cold. Bless thy sweet eyes. They bleed.
Knowest thou the way to Dover?
Both stile and gate and horseway and footpath. Our Tom seems scarce out of his good wits. So bless thee, good man's son, on the foul fiend.
Here, Take this purse, that I am wretched makes thee the happier. So distribution should undo excess, and each man have enough. Oh no.
I, master.
There is a cliff whose high and bending head looks fearfully in the confined deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it. From that place I shall no leading need.
Give me thy arm. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Act 4, Scene 2, before Albany's Palace.
I marvel our mild husband did not met us on the way. Now, where's your master?
Madam, within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed, and he smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was the worse. Of Gloucester's treachery, and of the loyal service of his son when I informed him, then he called me sot, and told me I'd turned the wrong side out.
Then shall you go no further? It is the cowish terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. He'll not feel wrongs that tie him to an answer. Our wishes on the way may prove effects. Back, Edmund. My brother, hasten his musters and conduct his powers. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long, you are like to hear, if you dare venture on your own behalf, a mistress's command. Here, wear this. Spare speech. Decline your head. This kiss, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive, and fare thee well.
Yours in the ranks of death.
Oh, most dear Edmund, oh, the difference of man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. A fool usurps my bed.
Madam, here comes the Lord.
I have been worth the whistling.
Goneril. You are not worth the dust with which the rude wind blows in your face.
No more. The text is foolish.
What have you done? Tigers, not daughters. What have you performed? A father and a gracious aged man, most barbarous, most degenerate, have you madded?
Oh, you milk-livered man, that bearest a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs. Where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless lands, whilst thou, a moral fool, sits still and cries, alack, why does he so?
See thyself, devil. Proper deformity shows not in the fiend so horrid as in woman.
Oh, vain fool!
Change it in self-covered thing. For shame be monster, not thy feature. Were't my fitness to let these hands obey my blood, they are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh and bones. However, thou art a fiend. A woman's shape.
Marry your manhood, you.
What news?
Oh, my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant going to put out the other's eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eye?
A servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the act. His master then enraged flew on him, and amongst them fell at him dead, but not without that harmful stroke which since hath plucked him after.
This shows you are above, you justicers, that these are nether crimes, so speedily can venge. But poor Gloucester, lost he his other eye?
Both, both, my lord. This letter, madame, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister.
Oh, one way I like this well. She being widowed and my Edmund with her. May all the building in my fancy pluck upon my hateful life. I'll read and answer.
Where was his son Edmund when they did take his eyes?
Come with your lady hither.
He is not here.
No, my good lord, I met him back again.
Knows he the wickedness?
Aye, my good lord. 'Twas he informed against him and quit the house on purpose, that their punishment might have the freer course.
Come hither, friend. Tell me what more thou knowest.
Act 4, Scene 4, the French camp near Dover.
How now? Where is the king? He was met even now as vexed as the sea, singing aloud, crowned with rank fumiter and furrow weeds, with hardocks, hemlock, nettles, cuckoo flowers, darnel, and all the idle weeds that grow in your sustaining corn. A century send forth, search every acre in the high-grown field, and bring him to our eye. What can man's wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense?
There is means, madam. Our foster nurse of nature is repose, the which he lacks. That to provoke in him are many simples operative, whose power will close the eye of anguish.
All blessed secrets, all you unpublished virtues of the earth, spring with my tears, be aidant and remediate in the good man's distress. Seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
Act 4, Scene 5, Gloucester's Castle.
Are Albany's brother's powers set forth?
Aye, madam.
Himself in person there.
Madam, with much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with Albany at home.
No, madam.
What might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, Edmund is posted hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in pity of his misery to dispatch his father's life.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Belike, some things, I know not what, I'll love thee much. Let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I'd rather...
I know your lady does not love her husband. I'm sure of that. I know you are of her bosom.
I, madam?
I speak in understanding. You are. I know it. Therefore, I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. So fare you well. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Would I could meet him, madam. I should show what party I do follow.
Fare thee well.
Act 4, Scene 6, the fields near Dover.
When shall I come to the top of that same hill?
Oh, you do climb it up now. Look how far we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark. Do you hear the sea?
No, truly.
Oh, why then your outer senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
Oh, so may it be indeed.
Come on, sir. Here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and this it is to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and crows that wings the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles. Halfway down hangs one that gathers sapphire. Dreadful trade. Methink he seems no bigger than his head. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice, and yond tall anchoring bark diminish to her cock a boil almost too small for sight. The murmuring surge on the unnumbered idle pebble chains cannot be heard.
Set me where you stand.
Give me your hand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge.
Here, my friend, is a jewel well worth a man's taking. Go thou further off, bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Now fare you well, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why do I trifle thus with his despair? It's time to cure it.
Oh, you mighty gods. This world I do renounce, and in your sights shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer and not fall to quarrel with your great opposeless wills, my snuff and loathed part of nature should burn itself out. If Edgar live, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Oh, sir, farewell. Oh, you, sir, friend, hear you, sir, speak. Oh, yet he revives. What are you, sir?
Away, sir, and let me die.
Hast thou been out by gossamer, feathers, air? So many phantom down, precipitating, lotus shiver like an egg. 10 masts at each make not the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly fell. Thy life is a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
Oh, from the dread summit of this chalky board. Do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes. His wretchedness denied that benefit to end itself by death.
Oh, can you are. Up. So how is it? Feel you your life? You stand. Ha!
Too well. Too well.
This is above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you?
A poor unfortunate beggar.
I just stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons. He had 1,000 noses, horns wilked and waved like the enraged sea. It was some fiend. Oh, therefore, thou happy father, think that the clearest gods, who made them honors of men's impossibilities, have preserved thee.
I do remember now. Henceforth, I'll bear affliction till it do cry out itself, enough, enough, and die.
But who comes here?
No, they cannot touch me for crying. I am the king himself.
Oh, thou sight-piercing sight.
Nature's above art in that respect. There is your press money. That fellow handles his bow like a crow keeper. Draw me a clothier's yard. Look, a mouse. Piece. This piece of toasted cheese will do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll prove it on a giant. Bring up the brown bells. Oh, well flown bird. In the clout. Oh, give the word.
Sweet marjoram.
Pass.
I know that voice.
Goneril with a white beard. They flattered me like a dog to say aye and no to everything that I said. Then the rain came to wet me once, and the wind to make me chatter, when the thunder would not peace at my bidding. There I found him. There I smelt him out. Go to. They are not men of their words. They told me I was everything. Was a lie. I am not ague-proof.
The trick of that voice I remember well. Is it not the king?
Aye, every inch a king. When I do stare, see how the subject quakes. I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery? Thou shalt not die. Die for adultery? No. The wren goes to it, and the small gilded fly does lecher in my sight. Let copulation thrive, for Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughters got 'tween the lawful sheets. To it luxury pell-mell, for I lack soldiers. Behold yon simpering dame that minces virtue and does shake the head to hear of pleasure's name. And the fitchew nor the soiled horse goes to it with a more riotous appetite. But to the girdle do the gods inherit. Beneath is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, there is the sulphurous pit. Burning, scalding, stench, consumption. Give me an ounce of civet, good apothecary. Sweeten my imagination. There's money for you.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Oh, ruined piece of nature. This great world will so wear out to naught. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squint at me? Read thou this challenge. Hey. Okay. Mark but the penning of it.
Were all the letters suns? I could not see.
Read.
What with the case of eyes?
Oh, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, nor money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Yet you see how the world goes.
I see it feelingly.
What? Art mad? A man may see how this world goes with no eyes. Look with your ears. You see how yond justice rails upon yond simple thief? Hark in thine ear. Change places and handy-dandy, which is the justice, which is the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar?
Aye, sir.
And a beggar run from the cur? There thou mightst behold the great image of authority, a dog's obeyed in office. Get thee glass eyes, and, like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things thou dost not. Pull off my boots. Harder. Harder. So, if thou wilt weep my fortunes, take my eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. Oh, patient. We came crying hither, and thou know'st the first time that we smell the air we wail and cry. I will preach to thee, Mark.
Alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we are come to this stage of fools. This a good block. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll put it in proof, and when I've stolen upon these sons-in-law, then kill, 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 kill!
Here he is. Dear sir, your most dear daughter...
No rescue? What? A prisoner? Use me well. You shall have ransom. Let me have surgeons. I am cut to the brains.
You shall have anything.
No seconds? All myself? I will come bravely, like a smug bridegroom. I will be jovial. I am a king. Masters, know you that.
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
And there's life in it. And you get it? You shall get it by running.
a sight most pitiful in the meanest wretch, past speaking of in a king. Thou hast one daughter who redeems nature from the general curse which twain have brought her to.
How, gentle sir?
Sir, speed you. What's your will?
Do you hear out of a battle torn?
Most sure and certain.
But by your favor, how near is the other army?
Near, and on speedy foot.
I thank you, madam.
You ever gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let my worser spirit tempt me again to die before you please.
Well, pray you, father. I will lead you to some biting.
Hearty thanks. The bounty and the benison of heaven.
A proclaimed prize. Most happy, thou old unhappy traitor. Briefly thyself remember, the sword is out that must destroy thee.
Now let thy friendly hand put strength enough into it.
Wherefore, bold peasant, darest thou support a published traitor? Away, let go his arm.
I will not let go without further occasion.
Let go, sir, or thou diest.
Nay, come here to the old man. Keep out, I warn you. I will try whether you coasted or my battle will be the harder. I'll be playing with you.
Out, dunghill!
I'll pick your teeth, sir. Come, no part of your foyens.
Oh, slave! Thou hast slain me! Oh, villain, take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body, and give the letters which thou find'st about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Oh, untimely death. Death!
I know thee well, a serviceable villain.
What, is he dead?
He is dead. I'm only sorry he had no other deathman. Let us see. Edmund, let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut my husband off. There's nothing done if you return the conqueror. There am I, the prisoner, and his bed my jail. Deliver me and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, Goneril, a plot upon her virtuous husband's life, and exchange my brother. Here in the sands, thee I will rake up. And in the mature time, with this ungracious paper, strike the sight of the death practiced duke. For him 'tis well that of thy death and business I can tell.
The king is mad. How stiff is my vile sense that I stand up and have ingenious feeling of my huge sorrows. Better I were distract, so should my thoughts be severed from my griefs.
Give me your hand. Come, father.
Act 4, Scene 7, a tent in the French camp.
Oh, thou good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
The acknowledged, madam, is o'erpaid.
These weeds are memories of those worser hours.
My boon I make it that you know me not, till time and I think meet.
Then be it so, my good lord. How does the king?
So please your majesty that we may wake the king, he hath slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge and proceed to the sway of your own will. Is he arrayed?
Be by, good madam, when we do awake him, please you draw near.
Oh, my dear father. Let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
I know, dear princess.
Had you not been their father, these white flakes did challenge pity of them. Was this the face to be opposed against the jarring winds? To stand against the deep, dread-bolted thunder? In the most terrible and nimble strike of quick cross lightning, my enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. And was thou fain, poor father, to hovel thee with swine and rogues forlorn and short and musty straw? Oh, he wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, do you? 'Tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss. But I am bound upon a wheel of fire, that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit. I know. Where did you die?
Still far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight? I am mightily abused. I know not what to say. I will not swear these are my hands. Let's see. I feel this pinprick. Would I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and raise your hand in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray do not mock me. I am a very foolish, fond old man, and to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you and know this man. Yet I am doubtful, for I am mainly ignorant what place this is, and all the skill I have remembers not these garments. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
And so I am.
Be your tears wet? Yes, Faith, I pray weep not. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause, they have not.
No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage, you see, is killed in him. Desire him to go in, trouble him no more till further settling.
Will it please your highness walk?
You must bear with me. Pray you now forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
Act 5, Scene 1, at the British camp near Dover.
Know the Duke if his last purpose hold, or whether, since he is advised by aught to change the course, bring his constant pleasure.
Sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honored love.
But have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place?
That thought abuses you.
I am fearful that you have been conjunct and bosomed with her as far as we call hers.
No, by mine honor, madam.
I never shall endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear not.
Our very loving sister, well be met. Sir, this I heard. The king is come to his daughter, with others whom the rigor of our state forced to cry out. Where I could not be honest, I never yet was valiant. For this business, touches us as France invades our land, not as it lends the king a greater hand.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Why is this reasoned?
Combined together against the enemy, for these domestic and particular broils, are not the question here.
Let's then determine with the ancient of war on our proceedings.
I shall attend you presently at your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us?
No.
'Tis most convenient. Pray you, go with us.
Oh, I know the riddle. I will go.
If ever your grace has speech with a man so poor, hear me one word.
I'll overtake you. Speak.
Before you fight this battle, open this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is avouched there. If you miscarry, your business of the world has a sole end, and machination ceases. Fortune loves you.
Stay till I have read the letter.
I was forbid it. When time shall serve, let but a herald cry, and I will appear again.
Why, fare thee well. I will overlook thy paper.
The enemy is in view. Drop your powers. Here is the guess of their true strength and forces by diligent discovery. Your haste is now urged on you.
We will greet the time.
To both these sisters have I sworn my love, each jealous of the other as the stung are of the adder. Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. Now we'll use his countenance for the battle, which, being done, let her who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for the mercy which he intends to Lear and to Cordelia, the battle done, and they within our power, shall never see his pardon.
Act 5, Scene 2, a field between the camps.
Here, Father, take shadow of this wall for your good post. Pray that the right may thrive. If ever I return to you again, I will bring you comfort.
Grace go with you, sir.
Away, old man. Give me thy hand, away. King Lear has lost, he and his daughter taken. Give me thy hand, come on.
No farther, sir. A man may rot even here.
What, in ill thoughts again? Men must endure the going hence, even as their coming hither. Rightness is all. Come on.
And that's true too.
Act 5, Scene 3, the British camp near Dover.
Some officers stand them guard until their greater pleasures first be known that are to censure them.
We are not the first who with best meaning have incurred the worst. For thee, oppressed king, I am cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No. Come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. And when you ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of court news, and we'll talk with them too, who loses and who wins, who's in, who's out. Take upon us the mystery of things as if we were God's spies.
Take them away.
Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. Have I caught thee? He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like foxes. Wipe thine eyes. The good years shall devour them, flesh and fell, ere they shall make us weep. We'll see 'em starved first. Come.
Come hither, officer, hark. Take thou this note. Go follow them to prison. One step I have advanced thee. If thou dost as this instructs thee, thou dost make thy way to noble fortunes. To be tender-minded does not become a sword.
I'll do it, my lord.
Sir, you have showed today your valiant strength, and fortune led you well. You have the captives who were the opposites of this day's strife. I do require them of you.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed guard. With him I sent Cordelia, and they are ready tomorrow, or at further space to appear where you may hold your session.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we choose to grace him. Methinks our pleasure might have been demanded ere you had spoke so far. He led our powers, bore the commission of my place and person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
In my rights, by me invested, he compares the best.
That were the most if he should husband you.
Jesters do oft prove prophets.
Oh, la, la. That eye that told you so looked but a squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from a full-flowing stomach. Edmund, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony, dispose of them, of me. The walls are thine. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him, then?
And that alone lies not in your goodwill,
Nor in thine, lord.
half-blooded fellow. Yes. Stay yet, hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason. My lady is bespoke. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, here is my pledge. I'll prove it on thy heart.
Sick. Oh, sick.
If not, I'll ne'er trust medicine.
What in the world he is that names me traitor? Villain-like, he lies. He that dare approach on him, on you, who not, I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
Draw thy sword, that if my speech offend a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. Thou art a traitor! False to thy cause, thy brother and thy father! This sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent to prove upon my heart, whereto I speak. Thou liest!
In wisdom I should ask thy name, but since thy outside looks so fair and warlike, what safe and nicely I might well delay by rule of knighthood, I disdain and spurn. Back do I doss these treasons to thy head, which for thy yet glance by and scarcely bruise this sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest forever.
Save him! Save him!
This is practice, Edmund! Thou art not vanquished, but cozened and beguiled.
Shut your mouth, Dame. Or with this paper I shall stop it. Bold sir, thou worse than any name, read thine own evil. No tarrying, lady. I perceive you know.
Say, what if I do? The laws are mine, not thine. Who can arraign me for it?
Most monstrous. Oh, knowest thou this paper?
Ask me not what I know.
She's desperate. Govern her.
What you have charged me with, that have I done, and more, much more. The time will bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I. But what art thou that hast this fortune on me? If thou art noble, I do forgive thee.
I'm no less in blood than thou art, Edmund. My name's Edgar, and thy father's son. The gods are just, and of our pleasant vices made instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he got accustomed his eyes.
'Tis true. The wheel has come full circle. I am here.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of your father?
By nursing him, my lord. Let a brief tale. The bloody proclamation to escape that followed me so near taught me to shift into a madman's rags. I in this habit, my father, with his bleeding rings, their precious stones, new lost, I became his guide, led him. I never revealed myself unto him until some moment passed. But his flawed heart, alack, too weak, the conflict to support, burst smilingly.
This speech of yours hath moved me, and shall perchance do good.
If there be more, more woeful, hold it in. Or I am almost ready to dissolve hearing of this.
Help, help, oh help!
What man?
Your lady, sir, your lady, and her sister by her is poisoned. She hath confessed it.
I was contracted to them both. Now all three marry in an instant.
This judgment of the heavens that makes us tremble touches us not with pity. Who is this?
Kent himself, the banished Kent.
Oh, is this he? The time will not allow the compliment which very manners urges.
I am come to bid my king and master I good night. Is he not here?
Great thing of us forgot. Speak, Edmund. Where's the king? And where's Cordelia?
How? Oh, you are men of stones! Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one lives. She's dead as earth. Lend me a looking glass. If that her breath will mist or stain the stone, why then she lives.
Is this the promised end?
Where image of thy horror,
fallen cease.
This feather stirs, she lives. If it be so, it is a chance that does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt.
Oh, good my master.
Prithee, away.
His noble,
Kent, your friend.
A plague upon you, murderers, traitors, all. I might have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia, stay a little. What is thou sayest? Her voice was ever soft, gentle and low, an excellent thing in woman. I killed the slave that was a hanging thee.
'Tis true, my lords, he did.
Did I not, fellow? I have seen the day with my good biting falchion. I would have made him skip. I am old now, and these same crosses spoil me. Who are you? Mine eyes are not the best, I'll tell you straight.
If fortune brag of two she loved and hated, one of them we behold.
This is a dull sight. Are you not Kent?
The same. Your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
He's a good fellow, I can tell you that. He'll strike, and quickly too. He's dead and rotten.
No, my good lord. I'm the very man.
I'll see that straight.
that from your first of difference and decay have followed your sad steps.
You are welcome hither.
Nor no man else. All's cheerless, dark, and deadly. Your eldest daughters have fordone themselves, and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
And my poor fool is hanged. No, no, no life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life and thou no breath at all? Thou'lt come no more. Never, 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 never. Pray you undo this button. Thank you, sir. Do you see this? Look on her. Look. Her lips. Look. Look there. Look there.
He faints. My lord! My lord!
Break, heart, I prithee break.
Look up, my lord!
Vex not his ghost. Oh, let him pass. He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
He is gone indeed.
Wonder is he hath endured so long. He but usurped his life.
Friends of my soul, you twain rule in this realm, and the gourd state sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me. Must not say no.
The weight of this time, we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The older has borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.
Thank you all. If you would all hold on for just 1 second. Here we go. Okay, so now all of our actors can go ahead and bring their cameras in, and we are going to run a curtain call. And just before we run the curtain call, I would like to thank you all for the last 3 months, actors and viewers alike, for spending time with us on your Saturday nights and sometimes your Wednesday nights, and watching us do theater when theater couldn't be done. It has been at times a Herculean undertaking, but always a great pleasure working with these actors and getting the opportunity to bring shows into the world over a computer. So thank you again, and thank you to the ongoing support we've received reciprocally from the Center for Performing Arts in Rhinebeck. Once again, we have a donation link up for them. Please, if you can find it in yourselves, to make a donation to the Center for Performing Arts. They have thus far made it through the quarantine, but it is going to be slow going for a while. They will be opening Midsummer Night's Dream on July 7th, and several of these amazing actors who you are about to see in the curtain call are in that production. Please, please, please buy tickets. Go see them. They're amazing, and they're going to be outside. You can bring a picnic and shout at them. It'll be fun. So without further ado, a curtain call for this evening. Tonight, playing Curran and the officer, we had Liz.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Tonight, playing France and the doctor, we had Michelle.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Tonight, playing Oswald and the old man, we had Chris. E.
Thank you very much. Night.
Tonight, as the attendant and the messenger, we had Patricia.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to go see Midsummer and donate.
Tonight, as Burgundy and the first servant, we had Kevin.
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your donations throughout the last 3 months as well. Keep them coming, everybody.
Tonight, giving us the Fool, we had Jeremy.
Hey, I'm sorry they made me do this to you twice.
And as, lost my spot. As Edmund, we had Vera.
Thank you.
As Gloucester, we had Roger.
Hi, thanks everyone. Please help donate and please go see the show and support live theater.
As Cornwall, we had Chris J. Oh, who had to leave. So we're snaps for Chris. I should have done him at the beginning. Tonight as Edgar, we had Steve.
Thank you all very much.
As Kent, we had Joe.
Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight and all the other nights.
As Albany, we had Carl.
There we go. Thank you, everyone.
As Goneril, Kelly.
Thank you guys so much for watching tonight and any other night you watched. It's been so much fun.
As Cordelia, Mary.
Thanks for joining us.
As Regan, Molly.
Thanks for joining us, guys, and see Midsummer.
And bringing us the great King Lear, we had Wendy.
Thank you very much. Please donate to the center. And this one was for Alina.
Thank you so much, all of you, all of our viewers, all of our actors. It has been a pleasure and an honor to stage manage for you for 3 months, week after week. Thank you so much. And good night from Livingroom Shakespeare.